Welcome back again. So now we are moving on to the sexual reproduction in Chara. So in the first class you studied the structure, that is morphology, occurrence and vegetative reproduction in Chara. Now we are moving to discuss how sexual reproduction occur in Chara. So it is a highly specialized advanced type of reproduction existing in algae, and this is oogamous type, and the sex organs are special types. Male sex organ antheridia, or you can call it as globule, and female sex organ is oogonia, and you can call it as nucleus. These two may be produced in the same algae or same Chara, or may be occur on the different. If it is the same, that is monoecious. If it is on different plant, that is dioecious. Clear? Okay. Maybe monoecious or homothallic, maybe dioecious or heterothallic. Clear? Okay. So, both these sex organs occur at the nodal region of primary branches, and usually antheridia lies below the oogonia, or oogonia top, antheridia at its bottom region. See, this is the diagram. Here you can see the how this is forming. I will show you. See, this is the nucleus, or this is the female structure. You will draw like this, and this is the male part. Male part is what? You have to draw like this, male portion. Okay, this is the male globule, and this is the female nucleus. Clear? Okay. Now, so first of all, we are moving to discuss the structure of globule. So, globule or antheridia, that is large hollow spherical structure with bright yellow or red attached to the node. So, when you look upon the plant itself, you can see some shining structure at the nodal region under microscope. That is a bright yellow or red colored structure, that is the globule. Okay, and globule having a stalk, that is known as pedicel. Clear? I will next slide you see. This is the globule structure. It's microscopic ultra view, and you can see the base, that is the stalk called pedicel. Clear? Okay. Now, next, what about another structure? Its wall composed of 8 closely fitting hollow curved plate-like cells, that is shield cells. Okay, shield cells having what? Pigments. These are the shield cells. These are the outer cover, or this is the shield cells. I will draw. See, these are the shield cells. Okay. So what about the structure of shield cells? Shield cells are actually the outer covering of this globule. Okay. So globule is spherical, bright yellow or red, having stalk pedicel and a sheath or a curved plate-like cells, shield cells. Okay. From the center of shield cells arises elongated manubrium. These are the structures called manubria. These are the structure called manubria 1, and this is another manubria 2, and this is another manubria 3, and this is another one 4. Okay, these are the manubrias arising. Now look upon another structure. From the manubrium, what is arising? Some structures you can see from the manubrium. Primary capitulum cells. These are the primary capitulum cells arising from the manubrium. And from this primary capitulum cells, again another branches arising like this black one. You can see what are the name of these branches. These are called secondary capitulum. And from the secondary capitulum, what is appearing at its tip? The antheridia arising, and this antheridia or the spermatogenous filaments, you can see these are the spermatogenous filaments attached. These are actually the capitulum cells from which spermatogenous cells arising, that is known as sperms. While look upon here, you can see that structure here. See some closed view, I will show you some closed view. See, this is the structure of that manubrial. This blue colored structure are the manubrium, and this center structure are the primary capitulum, and its branches are the secondary capitulum. At its branches, the antheridial filaments arises. Clear? So, primary capitulum and antheridial filaments, and this is the coiled sperms. You can see the coiled sperms here. See, these are the coiled sperms. Okay, so these are all in different cells how sperms are arising. So, what is the structure of globule? Globule having a stalk, pedicel and outer shield cells, and many structures arising from the center, that is the primary capitulum. It branches and forms secondary capitulum. These are the secondary capitulum, from which a large number of what is arising antheridial filaments that produces the antheridium. Okay. Now, primary capitulum cell, secondary capitulum cell, that are what I discussed here, that is mentioned here. From each spermatogenous filaments produces what? About 200 sperm cells are producing, and they are biflagellate structures. They are also known as spermatozoids. Clear? So, sperms are spirally coiled. Its anterior end is thin and pointed. Two flagella present at its anterior end. Okay, they are spirally coiled. Two flagella at its anterior end, and they are coiled also. Now we are moving on to oogonium. Oogonium, or it is otherwise known as what? Nucule. Nucule is somewhat elongated structure, ovoid structure, and it is having a envelope. That envelope is known as tube cells. Clear? And that is flask shaped protective sheath that ends in a structure cell known as corona. So, tube cells are 5 tube cells ensheathed the nucule, and each end of the tube cell is open at the apex, that is known as corona. Okay. A single nucleus present at its base, and there is a receptive spot also. See the structure. This is the structure of nucule. This is globule and this is nucule. See, these are the tube cells. That is, actually tube cells are coiled around it. That is about 5 in number, and each tube cell open at the upper side, and these are what? These are the corona. Okay. So, and at center inside this, inside this you can see one nucleus also that we cannot see, that is present inside. That is the structure of what? Nucule. Clear? See, this is the structure, an advanced structure, nucule and globule present here. Now, about the fertilization. So, tube cells around the oogonium. So, I already told you oogonium is covered with the tube cell that open at the corona. Okay. Then tube cells are separate while the time of fertilization. Then a receptive spot at the apex that become gelatinized, and sperms enter through the opening formed by the corona. That is, slits formed by moving apart the corona, that opening. Through the opening, the spermatozoids, they are biflagellate structure, coiled structure, we already discussed. That spermatozoids enter through the opening, and they enter and fuse with the egg. That is a nucleus, fuse with the egg and forming what? Oospore. Clear? So, what is the first step? Tube cells around oogonium separate. Clear? Then receptive spot become gelatinized. Okay. Then the spermatozoid enter, and what is the last? Sperm fusion. So, resulting product is known as what? Resulting product is the oospore. Clear? Okay. Now, what is the oospore development? The oospore secrete a thick wall around it. Now, you can call it as oospore. Then what happens is, before germination, its nucleus divide biotically. See, here you can see, this is the biflagellate anthrozoids. This is the nucleus, that oospore fusion take place here. Then nucleus undergo division and 4 nuclei formed by meiosis. You can see, by meiosis, the single diploid nuclei divide into 4 haploid nuclei, of which one forming the upper cell and other 3 in the lower part. Then what happens is, lower cells 3 degenerate and only one functions. The oospore wall bursts, breaks and expose the upper cell only. It divides, upper cell divides and form 2 structures. One is rhizoidal and one is protonema. One is green color, you can see here, that is protonema, and the other one is rhizoidal. Clear? So, after fertilization, the product is oospore. Its nucleus divides into 4, 3 degenerate, 1 remains. The remaining one divides and form rhizoidal initial and protonemal initial. Clear? Now, what happens to that? Protonemal initial develop into primary protonema, a structure from which nodes and internodes and branches develops. Clear? Rhizoidal initial directly become rhizoids. That is the fate of this oospore. Understood? Okay. Now, see, here you can see this life cycle. What happened? This is the fusion product oospore that divides into 4 haploid nuclei, of which 3 degenerates and 1 remaining, and that undergo again division and forming 2 initial. One is protonemal initial and another is rhizoidal. Protonemal initial become primary protonema, rhizoidal become primary rhizoids. From primary protonema undergo division and forming nodes and internodes and everything, and it become the upper part. See, upper part branches, and the lower rhizoidal initial become lower portion. So, I hope you understood well how the development is going on here. Oospores, its division, meiotic division, 4 cell, 1 only exists, 3 degenerate, the remaining 1 divides and form rhizoidal initial and the protonemal initial. Clear? Protonemal initial divides and form nodes and inner nodes and branches. Rhizoidal initial divides and form rhizoids. Clear? That is all about the final life cycle. Okay. So, I will conclude by saying the sex organs are male sex organ antheridia or globule, female sex organ nucleus or oogonia. Globule is having a stalk pedicel and shield cells manubria. From manubria, primary capitulum cell, from which secondary capitulum cell, from which the spermatogenous, the spermatozoids or antheridia developing. Clear? Then they are coiled and biflagellate. Nucleus is an elongate structure. Nucleus is ovoid, having covered with tube cells. Tube cells open up by means of what? Corona. Clear? Then having a egg nucleus also. Then during the time of fertilization, a slit formed by separating the tube cells. The spermatozoid enter into through corona. Then what happens? Fusion takes place. The product is oospore. Oospores then undergo division. 4 cell by meiosis. The lower 3 degenerate. Upper one function that divides into protonemal initial and rhizoidal cell. Protonemal initial becomes nodes and internodes and continuous growth. Rhizoidal initial become rhizoids. So, here finishes the life cycle of Chara. So, Chara is a highly advanced one. It is known as stonewort. It has a typical structure, morphology, cell structure, cortication, silica and calcium deposits, and the vegetative amylum star, bulbils, tubers, and sexual reproduction, globule and nucleus, how this development take place. So, I hope you understood well. If you have any doubt, you can call me, you can mail me. Okay. So, I hope you understood well. Thank you. That is all for today.